Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Mary and currently I'm pregnant with our second baby girl who's gonna join our family any day now. You can't even imagine, guys, how much we are waiting for this baby, how much I want to hold her already. Like I just can't wait, okay? So today's video is going to be my 38th week pregnancy update. I just started my 39th week, so I have a whole update for you guys on my 38th week. And if you like this type of updates, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and let's jump into this video. Yesterday, which was my last day of 38th week, I still thought that I am going to make a Q&A video answering all of your questions about this pregnancy. You guys were so sweet and you left tons of questions for me under my previous videos, so I thought I will make a pregnancy Q&A video for you because I thought I don't have much to update you guys about this past week. But then I also had my appointment in the hospital where I'm going to give birth to my girl, and the whole picture changed. So I will talk about that in a minute. If you haven't watched my last pregnancy update video, which was my 37th weeks of pregnancy, please go back and watch it. Basically, like, what happened there was that my baby was Breech and she just turned head down, which caused tons of contractions. I was in the hospital, almost in the labor. My contractions were 2 minutes apart. We spent there 1.5 days approximately, but as the baby was measuring small, the doctors decided to try to stop the contractions so the baby can stay with me a little bit longer before I go into labor, of course. And we were successful. We stopped the contractions. I had contractions probably 3 days and then they stopped. So what happened this week in the 38th week, I was just basically tired. I felt beaten up. I couldn't move. If you already had a baby or you had contractions, you know, guys, when the contractions are gone, you have sore muscles, like your whole body feels so sore, and that was what I was feeling. Basically in bed all the time. I could just move around the house a little bit, to the kitchen to eat something, to toilet, and then back to bed. I didn't leave the house, I didn't do anything. So I thought it will be such a boring update for you guys to talk about like how tired and beaten up I was. And I was in tons of pain, which when I started thinking that it's my imagination already, or I'm exaggerating with this pain. I was like, now everything is fine. Actually, I shouldn't feel this much pain anymore, but I couldn't understand what was going on. The baby was active, she was moving around, and then somehow I started feeling like I had the feeling that I felt her head again on my side, like which happens when the babies are Breech. You have the head up here and you can feel them mostly on one of your sides, and my baby's head back there where she was Breech was on my right side. So I started thinking that I feel her head again, but then I was like, no, you were by the doctor's office, you went to your doctor's office, to the hospital, to your hebama or midwife, and everyone checked and the baby was head down. So my C-section was cancelled and I was getting ready for a natural birth. So I was like preparing myself mentally and physically that I'm gonna go into a natural labor, and I was really happy. And I started thinking that I'm exaggerating again, that it's my imagination playing with me. These are feet and not her head. So yesterday, which was the last day on my 38th weeks of pregnancy, I had an appointment in the hospital. I went there, they just wanted to make an ultrasound and write a CTG to see if the baby is doing fine. Also because I have a gestational diabetes, which actually got really good. Like I don't see that my sugar level is jumping, or I can eat everything basically. I just need to make sure that I am moving a lot, or I don't exaggerate with sugar, but I can already eat sugar and nothing happens to me. So that was the reason why the hospital wanted to see me. They have to have me now under control so the baby won't be too big, or you know, like the complications that come with the gestational diabetes. And then the doctor called me and she wanted to do an ultrasound, and the first thing she saw that the baby turned again. Like She had the head up, she is breech again, and I was so surprised and under shock. Like, I was so shocked, I didn't expect that really, because I was already mentally prepared to go into natural labor. I thought everything is fine, she's head down. Everyone says that she is head down, so I wasn't really prepared to hear that the baby turned again. And she was like, oh, that's not good, because like now you can't go to natural, like you can't deliver her naturally, since her head is measuring bigger than her belly, which means she can get stuck up with her head during the birth. So she said she is totally against of delivering her naturally. We have to plan a C-section again, even though the baby is healthy, everything looks fine with her, but like she doesn't want me to go into labor naturally. And that was the doctor who told me like a couple of weeks ago that everything looks fine, even if I decide to deliver her breech, she's gonna be fine. But now her head is measuring bigger than her belly, so there will be tons of complications if I deliver naturally. So what she did, she made another appointment for me for a C-section. Now in my 39th week, I have to go back to hospital, and they are going to make a surgery plan and like surgery consultation with me, to go step by step into the surgery, to tell me all the risks and stuff like that, like draw a blood test and all the tests that they need. But you guys, I'm like going crazy already, because every week it's like, oh, you're gonna go into C-section, no, you can deliver her naturally, and yet again, and now again I need to go into C-section. And what she said, if my water happens to break, I shouldn't even like consider taking shower. I just have to lay down immediately and call an ambulance. Not even my husband is allowed to take me to the hospital, because the baby can just go into birth channel and it will be really dangerous for her and for me. So I have to make sure to lay down and call the ambulance right away and come to the hospital in laying position, like not sit, not stand, like lay down. And then they will just rush me into the surgery room. But she also said she really thinks the baby may turn again, because she measured everything there and she saw that I have still a lot of space. Somehow the baby has still space to turn if she decides, but I don't know. Now I am like going crazy. I'm not going crazy, but it's like confused feelings here. I just want to have a plan, like a plan, and stick to it and do it. Like, I am tired already just changing my mind between this C-section and natural birth, because like I have to prepare myself, and I am ready for C-section. Even though it makes me a little bit sad, I would be happy to deliver her naturally. Like, it made me so proud when I delivered Audrey naturally. But if this is the best way to deliver her, then I'm all for it. Besides what my hebama thinks, or my midwife, doula, however you call her, she thinks that either the umbilical cord is too short, that's why the baby tries and can't turn head down, or she is all wrapped up in the umbilical cord, that's why she's not able to turn head down. So she is all for C-section as well. She told me that it's safer for her, it's gonna be better for her and for me to deliver her, like to go into a C-section. So now next week, which will be my 39th week, I have to just properly change all my hospital bag, because I packed my hospital bag for a natural birth. Now I have to change that and finish all the last things around the house to prepare ourselves for the baby girl to come, and for my postpartum recovery after C-section. Like, we have to, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to move, how strong is the pain, or how is the recovery. I really don't know much. I hear different opinions about C-sections. Some people say that it was easy to recover. Some people are like, oh my god, don't do that, that's like the worst thing ever. But the same thing I hear about natural birth. Some people liked it, found it easy, or some people had tons of complications and they're thinking to go into a C-section the next time they're pregnant. So I hear all these different opinions and I don't know what to think, you guys. Let me know if you had C-section before and you have any tips or advice for me for better and quicker recovery. What can I do? Like, I would love to know that, because I really don't know much about C-section. I just know my friends. I have like really 8-9 mom friends who went into C-section, but they really didn't talk about that much, because they went to C-section with their first baby, and mostly they talked about their mental state, which meant like they really wanted to experience contractions and pain and like natural birth, and they had mental problems mostly after C-section. I don't think that I'm going to have that, because like I already gave a natural birth, and for me the giving a birth is giving a birth, doesn't matter how, and giving birth is painful in one way or the other. So I don't feel like I'm a less of a woman, or my whole delivery story will be like not worth to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have these mental problems with it. I am just thinking to recover quickly so I can hold her. Like, my whole problem is like, what if I want to hold her and I can't because I'm in so much pain, and how quick I'm going to recover. So if you have any advice or tips about that, or your experience, please let me know down below in the comment section, and I will try to fill a whole Q&A answering your questions about this pregnancy maybe next time. You guys, for right now, I just wish she stays just the way she is. I don't want her to turn head down anymore, because I'm really too scared that she's wrapped up in her umbilical cord. I'm really scared. That hit me after I came home from the hospital. I didn't even ask my doctor to check on that. Maybe she saw that in ultrasound, but she didn't really tell me about that, and at that moment I didn't even think about asking her if she sees umbilical cord around her neck or body. But right now I just don't want her to turn anymore. I just want her to stay breech, because I know that she's feeling fine. I know that she's moving around, like kicking. I can feel her movements. It's like fine. I don't want any risks anymore, and I don't want my water break anymore. I already have an appointment in the 40th week of the pregnancy, so she will be full term, thanks God. And I don't want to go into early labor. I just don't want anything happening now. I just want to stick to this plan, get ready for the baby, enjoy the last week with my family, you know, and then have my C-section, get the baby out healthy and happy, and just come home also healthy and happy. That's what I'm wishing, but of course it can change any minute now. So pray for us that everything goes well no matter what, because it's my anxiety now. Like, I can't even sleep now through the nights without thinking that something may change any minute now. So now let me show you my bump for the 38 weeks of pregnancy. So guys, here is the bump for 38 weeks. Look how big I got already. This is the bump from the side. Here is the bump from the front. And here is the bump from the other side. So guys, that was my bump for the 38 weeks of pregnancy. Let me know in the comment section down below if you already had C-section, and how was your recovery. If you have any advice or tips for me, I would love to chat with you and connect with you. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye!